What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Arie, and in this one I wanted to throw a little bit of motivation at your way. And trust me guys, I understand you might not like the motivational videos as much as the really practical videos, and I totally understand. I mean, that's kind of how people are in general. They like practicality, and I'm the same way, guys. Trust me, I get it. But that being said, me as someone who has been doing this for a long time and has had a lot of success with dropshipping and e-commerce in general, I can give you some advice from first-hand experience. And let me tell you with full honesty, like 100% wholehearted here, the number one thing in my opinion that set me apart from all of the rest of the competition is patience without compliance, okay? And I know you might be thinking, Arie, what does that even mean? But trust me, I'll get into that in a little bit. This game is maybe 30 or 40% technical, and the rest is all mental, guys. This is all a mental game. Being an entrepreneur, you literally go through, I mean, every day something happens almost where I'm just like, okay, as entrepreneurs, we're very vulnerable. Even though that's the case, guys, you gotta understand, that's the sacrifice you have to pay to live a life on your own terms, okay? When you live on someone else's terms, yeah, you don't have to worry about much. You can just settle and not have to worry about, I mean, you do have security to an extent, but here's what happens. Maybe something happens with your job and it disrupts the balance of normality, and that throws everything out of whack. Then, you know, you gotta get a new job, you gotta go through that whole process before you can stay stable again. To be honest, I think you should just take the risk to keep going with this entrepreneurial thing, even if you don't have success right now. So guys, let me put something into perspective. I started this 2 years ago, okay? 2 years ago, I have been working every single day towards where I'm at right now, okay? Now, at the beginning of my journey, I thought this would happen much faster, okay? I thought exactly like you guys did. I thought that maybe within a month, I would already be at like at least $100 a day, at least, and then at least within the next 3 months, I would be at $500 a day. And trust me, that is not at all how it ended up being. In fact, my whole first year was filled with failure after failure after failure, with a few successes in there, but mostly failures. But guess what? I've always been resilient, and as corny as it sounds, I had the vision. I had that motivation inside of me that just wanted to keep pushing me forward, and here I am. So, and I'm not making this video to brag or to say, yeah man, I'm part of the 1%, blah blah. Not at all that way, okay? Trust me, I've done a lot of reflecting. I reflect on everything that has happened till this point almost every day. And literally, one of the things I'm most thankful for is that I had the patience and the dedication to keep going throughout my journey, no matter the adversities. So guys, let me say something that I think is gonna help you push through all the hard things. So in a job where you're happy, you have a decent job, you make a decent wage, pretty much the same every paycheck though, because obviously you're giving your time up for money. So if the more time you spend at your job, the more money you make. I mean, that works pretty much the same even as an entrepreneur. But here's the thing, at a regular job, so prior to this I was working at Crave, for example, and I started as a busser, and then a year and a half later, I was a server. And that was a big improvement for me. I was so happy. I was making maybe like an extra 40% in income because, you know, I was a little bit higher position. So instead of making like 100 a day, I would make 150 a day on average. So it was a big step up for me. But guys, that was after a year and a half. Imagine the growth rate. Just put that into context with the growth rate that I've experienced as an entrepreneur on the side. So my store started at 0 in revenue, okay? It started at literally 0. And then 2 years later, so only a little bit after, a little bit longer than the job time period, I exponentially increased my growth to over 6 figures a month. That is insane growth, guys. Imagine if somebody told you right now, hey, if you work every single day, even if it's just a little bit on your store or on your growth overall as an entrepreneur, you will be making 6 figures a month by the end of these 2 years. And just let me ask, you know, would you do that? I know I would, and I did, okay? Because I knew that that would be the case. I knew that if I stuck it out in the long term, there's no way that I wouldn't succeed, because, you know, you can't just keep failing for the rest of your life. I mean, you will see some sort of success at some point. But just to wrap this up a little bit, obviously I don't want to take up too much of your time because I want you to go and get to work on your store. But like I said, the point of this video is not to brag. It's not to talk about all of my success and how, you know, whatever. I'm not here to try to sell you a dream. I'm not trying to tell you that it's gonna be easy. I'm not trying to tell you that it's gonna be fast. I'm not saying any of those things. What I'm saying is that if you are dedicated and you spend spend time on this every day, chances are you will obviously make it at some point. Now, I'm trying to give you the information to cut that time in half, obviously, or more than half. I want to take that learning curve down to the bare minimum that you'll have to go through so that it can be quicker for you, but it still doesn't guarantee that you will see success quick. And that is what I want to get across, guys. I know this is really a simple concept, but it's something that I think if you truly internalize it, you will make it to any goal that you want to achieve. And trust me, that is exactly how I've been able to achieve my goals. Basically just working at them every day, even with zero success, even when it seemed like it was never gonna work, like I was always gonna be trying to make it work but never truly achieving anything. Even in those low points, I was still able to succeed, guys. So trust me, all it takes is patience and commitment, just like everything else. So trust me when I say this, if you stay committed to this for as long as it takes, you will make it, trust me, okay? So guys, hopefully you got a lot out of this video. I know it's not very practical, but if you really internalize this and maybe rewatch it, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I hope you get the motivation that you need and the inspiration overall to be patient and committed to the journey. So hopefully you got a lot out of it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and join the family. Turn on those notifications. Guys, the family is getting so big. I can't believe it. 8,000 subscribers. 8,000 of you that watch my videos on a daily basis. I can't believe it. I'm extremely thankful and extremely humbled by all of you guys' support. So hopefully this video helps you, kind of put things into perspective and just, internalize those feelings of motivation and just really capitalize on that to take your store and your entrepreneur journey to the next level. So hopefully this helps you with the journey that you have ahead, because obviously it will take time, it will be tough, there will be some very, very low points, but if you think about this in the long term, trust me, it will help you a ton. So guys, that is all I have for today. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow's video. I will make it a little more practical, I promise. I don't want to make, back to back to back motivational videos, even though, guys, trust me when I say this, motivation is like literally 60 or 70% of this whole game. So please trust me when I say that. I'm not saying that out of laziness or anything. I'm literally telling you the truth, okay? So guys, that is all I have for you today. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow's video, and I'll see you then. Peace out.